All right, this is the first part of number 27, where we're trying to track Q1 instead of Q2. Q1 is an active pulse. It's a pulse. It's not an edge trigger, which means that it has to get the values off of the enable before using the negative going signal to send those out to Q2 from the master to the slave. So initially, this is set at 0 because you have an active asynchronous set. So we're going to set that to begin with. And then we're going to watch what happens after that, where we have now an asynchronous reset. So I guess at this point, it doesn't matter what's happening with the J and K or even the pulse. It's going to go down to here, and we're going to sort of track those across here. Then again, we get another set. And then we wind up going across here right about to this part where it's no longer a set and a reset set of conditions, so we have to look for something else. At this point, before the clock pulse is going down, we look at what happens during this active part of it where the clock pulse is opening it. J is now 0, K is now equal to 1. So it's loading this up for a reset condition on the next negative going pulse, which is right about there. So because of K being 1, these two taken out of the equation, as soon as we hit that negative pulse, we're going to get this to drop down. And then we'll start going across here and look at what happens next. What happens next is on the positive going portion of this, which is in this region here, we load up a value of J equal to 1 on the positive going pulse, K equals 0. So at this point, this is just loading it in here, but it is not going to be sent to the output except for on the negative, on the next negative going pulse. So this is positive 1. It's loading it up here. When it comes out here, we expect the K value to jump up to 1. It jumps up to 1 because of the negative going pulse. But then when we come across here, we start getting the asynchronous inputs to be a factor. This is no longer a factor because it remains 1, but this goes to 0. So right over here, we ignore J and K and all that stuff and just say, hey, this is resetting. So as long as that's held down like that, that's going to be 0 all the way across.